That's my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi guys. I've missed you so much. I have not been able to record in so long, but I tell you what, I busted my ass and I got all the videos recorded for July. So I know it's really late. And I know you guys probably didn't expect to hear from me in July, but let me tell you, July 2017, a year ago, is when I started recording monthly videos, and the Capricorn in me just could not allow me to just not record for July. Like, you know, a part of me felt like I should just jump right to August, but no way. Like, Cancer season happened, okay? July happened, and I know we want to just leave July in July, and I know it's very much close to August, but I will be doing August videos very fucking soon. But no, July, I felt so much energy as an empath for the month of July, you know. So definitely wanted to record messages for you guys. So for those of you who are led to watch this video, you know, I always believe that time doesn't exist to tarot, you know, so there could be messages in these videos for you guys, and you never know. So if you're led to watch the July videos, even though it's very close to August, thank you so much, because I worked very hard at these messages, and I just think that, you know, I just care about all you guys. I care about all my viewers and my subscribers, so I definitely wanted to touch base on how the hell July went for all of us, okay? So as always, I'm going to have my intro video, you know, explaining what to look forward to in the reading. All the astrology information for, in general, the planets are going to be in this video, and then in the personal readings, in the next videos, there's a little bit more of personal stuff for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, all the signs personally. But as far as the collective, we had a lot going on. So something I want to say immediately here is that Cancer, you know, July is shared by Cancer and Leo. So we're going to be talking a lot about Cancer and Leo energy in the houses that it happens for in your sign. You know, as an Aries or a Taurus or a Gemini, these houses matter. So we go into detail about that. And to me, it's just really interesting, the whole Cancer-Leo cusp that we went through, because this is the moon and the sun. This is the mother and the father energy. This is masculine and feminine. So this whole month was a big giant eclipse because of the moon being ruled by Cancer and Leo being ruled by the sun. So the energy we experienced in July anyways was a huge eclipse. It was the moon becoming the sun, and the sun, you know, becoming the moon. And we even had eclipses in July. We entered the month with a grand water trine, okay, between Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. We had the sun in Cancer, Jupiter was in Scorpio, and Pisces had Neptune. So, you know, the beginning of the month was extremely emotional. I mean, Cancer season was extremely emotionally exhausting, and at the same time, it was very enlightening. So a lot of the things that I've been telling people on my social media is that Cancer season actually awakens the soul, because the sun is where the moon is comfortable. So when the sun is in Cancer, it's an opposite energy, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So awareness, the sun, is basically illuminating our soul. So everyone has a moon sign. And so I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you really want to watch for your moon sign for July. So I know that I'm late telling you this, but all I could keep thinking about in July is how much I was resonating with my moon. So I resonated very strongly with the Taurus reading. So that's just a tip. From now moving forward, you know, you might resonate way more with your moon sign, because the moon has been awakened collectively. So for instance, I have a Taurus moon, and the moon, my shadow side, you know, I'm watching more for the Taurus readings now, because I know that because of Cancer season and because of these eclipses, I resonate more with my moon. So you might want to check out for your moon. Now that it's Leo season, or you know, when you guys watch this, it's going to be Leo season. So now that it's Leo season, you guys might want to watch, you know, the sun. Like, it's going to be, our sun is awakening now, but we have to awaken the soul before we can awaken the body. The sun controls our physical body. So there's been a subconscious soul awakening in Cancer season. And so I just wanted to share with you guys that you guys might want to watch for your moon sign this month if you know your moon. Okay, that's just a little tip. You might want to watch for other tarot readers too. You're going to resonate more with your shadow side. The moon is what we hide. The moon is like what we feel at a soul level. So, you know, back to this energy that we started the month under, we had a grand water trine. So that's why, you know, there was a lot of emotion in July, because the water signs were in a trine in the sky. So a lot of the trinity when it comes to our emotion, very powerful stuff. Not to mention, July is the start of eclipse season. This is when these eclipses started rolling in, right? We had that full moon in Capricorn at the end of June, so we entered July with that energy, but it was very, very overmasked by water. So this is eclipse season, you guys. This is retrograde season, okay? So I want to mention to you real quick here that I'm offering retrograde readings. I am definitely back recording. So if you guys are interested in a personal reading with me, thank you so much to those of you who got personal readings with me and who were patient. You know, I'm not sure if you guys watched my last videos last month, but a lot has been changing with me. I temporarily moved, and I moved back, and I moved back, and I moved back, and I was around a situation that didn't allow me to read tarot, things like that. But some of you still reached out to me, you still donated to my channel, and that just meant the world to me, because this is what I do to financially secure myself as an Earth, Taurus, Capricorn rising. So I just wanted to thank you guys who have gotten readings with me. All my readings are so special, and it just blows my mind that people reach out to me and watch my videos. It's amazing, and it just fills my heart. So I do have retrograde readings going on for $30. This is going to be a special all throughout August. I don't even know if it gets good feedback, then I'll probably do it in July too. But basically, if you want to know what the retrograde season is going to offer you, I'm going to offer these readings to people. $30 for a retrograde reading, and I'm going to look at your chart. And I'm going to discuss all the retrogrades and what they mean and how they're affecting you according to your zodiac sign. And then I'm going to pull a tarot card. So there's about 6 planets retrograde. So for each planet that is retrograde, I will pull a tarot card for advice. So I just thought that was a kind of nice service to offer for retrograde season, because retrogrades are planets moving backwards. It's planets slowing down, changing orbit. Mercury just went retrograde on the 26th, so we can go ahead and chop that off. Mercury retrograde now. It's going to be retrograde until August 13th, I believe. So Mercury, Mars, Saturn, all these planets have gone retrograde, and Jupiter went direct this month though. Jupiter went direct on July 10th. So other than it being retrograde season, guys, for those of you who want to contact me about that, if you're interested in a retrograde reading, please let me know. $30 special. And then, yeah, the next thing there we had going on is Venus. So Venus was in Leo for the first couple weeks of the month, the first week, and then we had Venus enter Virgo. So Venus is Virgo right now. I feel like Venus is going to be in Virgo for a couple more weeks maybe. So Venus is in Virgo on July 9th, Venus entered Virgo. July 10th was when Jupiter went direct. And then on the 13th, that's when we had that Cancer solar eclipse, you guys, and that was opposite Pluto. So we had a 20-degree Cancer eclipse, and then opposite of Cancer is Capricorn, where we had the 20 degrees Pluto. So that eclipses are very powerful. They start new beginnings and endings, even more so than new moons and full moons. So, you know, this was an emotional eclipse. This was like a purifying, cleansing, death and rebirth emotionally. Like, it was very, very powerful. So, you know, it really sucks I wasn't here to talk to you about the Capricorn. I didn't talk about the Gemini new moon, the Capricorn full moon, or the Cancer new moon. So I'm like behind 3 moon cycles, but don't worry, I'm going to be back tomorrow on the 27th talking about the Aquarius full moon, lunar, blood moon, super eclipse. Crazy. I'm definitely going to be here to channel some messages for the Aquarius eclipse, guys, tomorrow. So next is July 22nd is when the sun enters Leo. Whoop, whoop. So we move from this emotional, deep cardinal energy. Like, we all wanted to act from our emotions in Cancer season, but there was not shit that we could do. You know, Cancer season is very interesting. As a Pisces, I understand this water energy, but man, was it emotional, very emotionally draining. Everyone becomes aware of their emotions. Not everybody's aware of their emotions, but when the sun enters Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, everyone becomes aware of their emotion. And when everyone becomes aware of their emotions, we all start acting from a place of emotion, which isn't normal. You know, not all of us act from a place of emotion. We all have water energy in different places in our chart. So Cancer season was pretty crazy because we all wanted to, you know, be a leader emotionally. We all wanted to act out of these emotions because Cancer is the cardinal water sign. Water meaning emotion, cardinal meaning action. So this is emotional action. turning into passionate, fixed stability. So Leo comes in at the second half of the month to really revive our ego. You know, we go, I don't know about you, but every year in Cancer season, I kind of forget that it's only a month. I'm like, well, this is it. This is how life is going to be. We're all emotional and it's water, water, water. But then Leo season comes in, and Leo's the North Node right now, guys. So there's stuff about our destiny. There's stuff about our ego and pride and our authentic self-expression that's coming out here. The sun is ruled by Leo. So that's why Leo season is so symbolic, because the sun is right at home. We're going to gain so much awareness over the next month, but I'm going to save a little bit of that information for the Leo video that I do and the August videos that I'm going to have coming out soon, okay? So Leo season is here. Hopefully we feel a little bit less emotional as we go into August. We're still underneath the Cancer cusp of oscillation. So there's Cancer energy, there's Leo energy, there's water energy, there's fire. But when water meets fire, there's an evaporation. So this whole month is very evaporating. You know, a lot of parts of ourselves are just gonna kind of mystify. You know, it's gonna get a little bit steamy, a little bit confusing, but it's all about expressing our emotion. Whenever fire and water join up together, which is Cancer and Leo, this July is shared by fire and water, and then August is shared by earth and fire. So we'll talk more about that in August, but this month was about expressing our emotion. Hopefully we express the way we feel, guys, because the reason why we went through Cancer season was to discover what we felt on a soul level. It was to become cleansed on a maternal level, on a soul awakening level, so that we could step into Leo season knowing the direction forward, knowing our destiny of the North Node, knowing our passion and our drive, you know what I mean? Knowing who we are at a childlike level. Like Leo is all about innocence and becoming a child, but it's also the lion, you know, so it's about being courageous. You know, the things that we weren't brave enough to do at this first half of July, we're all of a sudden gonna gain the passion and drive and will and fire to do. So there's gonna be a lot of things that pick up at the end of July here, and I'm kind of gonna get started on these August videos soon so that I can have these messages out sooner. And then sure enough, we end the month here with the Aquarius total lunar eclipse on July 27th. Now remember, Mercury went retrograde, and this eclipse here, now I'm going to save this for my video tomorrow, but I just want you guys to keep in mind that this eclipse is conjunct Mars in the South Node. So there's going to be a lot of aggressive releasing that goes on collectively. This is some bizarre energy. This is going to be strange to kind of channel, but Aquarius is my 12th house, and I'm definitely going to channel this Uranian, Mars, Saturnian energy. But this eclipse I know is going to be powerful, because the eclipse in Cancer a couple weeks ago was so powerful too. This is going to be powerful on a collective level though. Cancer was powerful on an emotional level. This Aquarius lunar eclipse is a blood moon. It's going to be visible for 2 hours for most of us. Just if you guys want to know about those messages, I'm going to have a video coming out tomorrow about that. But you know, that seems to be a bit, that's it for July. These messages are very intense, you guys. So I really hope that you guys are led to watch. I worked very hard trying to get these recorded by the end of the month. And another thing, you know, guys, Cancer is all about the past. So I kept that in mind when I was thinking about, you know, should I do July videos? And I'm like, hell yeah. Because, you know, some of us are going to want to reflect on the month. Like, I just wanted to know what the hell was going on. I just didn't feel right, you know, letting August come in and just starting from August. Like, so I definitely worked really hard to get these recordings out here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and for following me, subscribing, supporting me, even when I took that month-long break. You know, if anything, I realized that this is my passion and that this is what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to get messages from the universe and get some kind of guidance, because holy crap, there's so much going on in the universe right now that, you know, the least I can do is try to help people on a spiritual level, because I've got people that aren't even into astrology coming to me saying, hey, you know, what the hell's going on? I'm like, well, eclipse, well, Cancer season. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy your readings, and yeah, I will see you again in August. Bye. Aquarius, please help me. I'm just kidding, kind of, but oh my goodness. Hello, first of all, welcome to your July 2018 very late reading with me. But, you know, so much going on in July, guys, that I just wanted to talk to you still. You know, I have done videos every month for a year, and I just could not skip to June to August. Like, July happened. July happened. What happened in July stays in July. It does not apply. All right? Even though I really wanted to, because I don't know about you, Aquarius, but there's just been so much going on. We had Cancer season. Now we're in Leo season. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that, but I really want to keep it to a minimum. I would rather just get into your tarot because these videos are going to be kind of long this month, and I haven't talked to you guys in so long that I really just excited to like get some guidance for you, because I know that there's been a lot going on in the cosmos, right? So Leo, Cancer energy, the sun and the moon's energy. The first half, this is going to be about for July, so hopefully some of you don't mind like kind of going back into the past and reflecting on how July was. So for those of you who want clarity about why some of the energy happened in July, then this is the video for you. Otherwise, you know, I'll just see you guys in August where we can kind of get more futuristic with tarot. A lot of people want to know the future when they read tarot, but you know, if there's anything about you, Aquarius, you probably understand the past, present, and future as an alien and as a Saturnian ruled creature, right? So we're going to talk about the first half of the month. We're going to talk about the second half of the month. We're going to look at the month as a whole, and then we're going to look into how we're going to step into August. I'm going to pull 4 cards from this deck, the Wisdom of the House of Night, and then I'm going to clarify with traditional tarot. But yeah, all the astrology information is in the beginning as far as where the planets were in general, but there is some things individually that I would like to talk to you about, Aquarius. And that is, of course, Uranus still being in Taurus, which squares you. Pretty sure Taurus squares you. Yes. So your ruling planet is kind of squaring you. Very interesting there. For Uranus to be in your 4th house, making Aquarius's emotions kind of unstable underneath the scenes a little bit. Maybe even making your home life or family life or roots, things like that. Maybe even the past looking very unstable to Aquarius. I'm not sure. Because Cancer, the 4th house is all about the past, right? And then we have the 10th house, which is all about the future. So we definitely had some Cancer, Capricorn, past, future energies going on in July, that's why things are bizarre, because when you talk about the past and the future, you know, the middleman between that is supposed to be the present, but the present is shared by the past and the future. So it kind of gets a little interesting there when there's things from the past, and we have all these retrogrades, Aquarius, which is bringing up the past as well. A lot of us just really want to move forward, but the past has such a strong grip on us right now that we can't. Like, our physical bodies are living and breathing and time is moving on, but our spiritual bodies, our soul, holy cow, the wind is blowing so strong outside right now. So a lot of air energy for you, Aquarius. I definitely need to step outside after I record these last couple of videos. But as I was saying, you know, a lot of us just have this energy in July. Like, we really just, when our present is messed up, when the past is messed up, what do? We usually look to the future like, oh, and you know, you're the sign of hope and faith and inspiration, Aquarius. So you often probably, you know, look to a brighter day, right? Like, July was literally, now I know some of you may have had a fine July, but the rest of us, you know, it's kind of hard for a Cancer season to affect an alien, you know, so I feel like you guys are just kind of using these quantum emotions to your advantage for this eclipse coming up. Not sure how you went through Cancer season as an air sign. We're going to look into that to see what comes up in the cards today. But yeah, Aquarius, definitely just a lot of emotion, a lot of cleansing going on in Cancer season. I can't remember what I was just talking about, but what my main point that I was trying to make is that you are the South Node. And the South Node means the past. The North Node is the future. So Leo, the future. Aquarius, the past. So not only did we just get through a whole month of the past and all these retrogrades taking us back to the past, and Capricorn energy trying to pull us to the future and be ambitious and focus on our long-term goals. Well, now we move from Cancer season to Leo season, which happens to be the North and South Node. So we're going to have a lunar eclipse, blood moon, super moon, all these fun things happening in tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah, these videos are going to be uploaded on the 26th. So hopefully some of you guys are watching around the 27th for the messages for the eclipse. Mercury is retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, Mars is retrograde in your sign. So this south node eclipse is going to happen conjunct Mars. Now, I'm going to do a whole video on this moon, so I don't really want to talk too much about it in the beginning of your video, but I feel some weird ass energy. As a Pisces, this is happening in my 12th house. I feel some weird. I'm kind of happy though that this is all happening in my subconscious and it's not happening like in a more direct house like the 6th house, like Virgo, no offense. But yeah, some of us are going through this eclipse in a different way. Like you, Aquarius, you're going through this in your first fucking house. Whether you're a sun, moon, or rising, this is your first house. Like, very, very interesting energy coming in. You know, it's just strange. I stayed up till 8 a.m. last night while the moon was gaining. I don't know if it's in Capricorn still. I feel like it's probably really late degree Capricorn. But it's about to enter Aquarius. And this moon is going to be really weird. Eclipses are very powerful. And then right after that eclipse, we have the Pisces full moon in Virgo season. So the next full moon is going to be in Pisces. So, man, these energies are gaining on me. I mean, I can't believe we're already in July. Sorry. Pardon my phone. But yeah, Aquarius. So I think that's pretty much it. You know, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Mars in Aquarius. That's retrograde. Not sure if July was a little bit of passive aggressive. I need to make an entire post about Mars in Aquarius. I still have yet to do that because I'm just avoiding these energies. I have so many planets to talk about. So just be careful of aggression with other people, Aquarius. I almost said Aries, so there could definitely be an aggressive Aries in your life. But Mars is ruled by Aries, so that's probably why I said Aries. But yeah, just be careful of aggression. But, you know, Mars is also the planet of drive and desire. So, you know, you're dealing with a little bit of that too, Aquarius. Mars in Aquarius is just interesting to me because Mars in Aquarius is more of a collective aggression. It's more so groups of anger, groups of war. Like, I really need to do a video on Mars. And if I find time, I mean, I've just literally been exhausted, Aquarius. So, other than that, Cancer is your 6th house of lifestyle, right? We've got Pisces as your 2nd house, Aries is your 3rd, Taurus 4th, Gemini 5th, Cancer 6th. So Cancer has everything to do with your health. It has everything to do with work and service to others. So no offense that I said a little while ago that 6th house eclipses, you know, they can be kind of gnarly. Virgo is going through a 6th house eclipse tomorrow. But that eclipse that happened on July 13th, in Cancer, that was the eclipse of your lifestyle. So there could have been certain people, places, and things in your life that were eclipsed, certain things about your health that was eclipsed, certain things about your work or your job or how you're of service to others. To me, eclipses kind of eliminate, definitely some Virgo energy there. Eclipses kind of eliminate the gray areas in our life because it has to do with the light and the dark, right? So, you know, the sun and the moon colliding or whatever. So what we're consciously aware of and what we're subconsciously aware of. And if anything is in between, you know, it kind of eclipses that out. And it's like definitely a cleanse. And it's just like any full moon. An eclipse is just like any full moon where there's like extreme new beginnings and endings. So I'm just interested in what the hell is going to happen. Because it's very interesting. I'm going to have to tap into some really deep subconscious energies to channel your guys' energy tomorrow for the full moon lunar eclipse video that I'm gonna do. I'm very excited about it, but I'm telling you, this is some zany, bizarre energy, like, and I do see that you're doing some juggling, Aquarius. I mean, hopefully my cards know that I'm talking to you, and I just see the 2 of Pentacles a lot, so possibly a choice. I'm shuffling these cards because before I start your reading, I'm gonna do a reading so that I know where your energy is in July, okay? What I'm going to do for the reading is get 4 cards from here, and I'm going to clarify for here. I don't know if I've talked to you about that yet. Oh, my goodness. I don't know why that just happened, but I just literally, the first time I shuffled, is when I found the star card. So I don't know if you guys were able to see me shuffle off camera. I hope so, because some of you ask me why I don't shuffle on camera. But Aquarius, you are ready. Your energy is here. I did a little bit of shuffling, and then I literally just, usually like the Capricorn, it took a long time. It took a long time to see that Devil card. So since I'm talking to you guys, Aquarius, I'm you know, gonna wait for the star card, and the star card is here. It is ready. I feel strange. These vibes, you know, Aquarius is already my 12th house, so it's already a house of mystery and illusion and everything like that. So it's very interesting as a Pisces and a Capricorn and a Taurus. Aquarius energies is very interesting to me. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pull the first 4 cards behind the star card, and that's going to be symbolic for what you guys felt immediately in July, and probably what you feel watching this video now, even though it's the end of July. So the star card in this case is Aquarius. This is your energy. It's going to symbolize you, and the card right behind you guys is going to symbolize the most recent, current energy that you feel. But before I get into that, I'm going to, you know, look at the star card and see if there's anything that I'm channeling from it. I mean, immediately I see this big yellow star, right? I'm definitely, this yellow star is jumping out at me right now for your reading. And I think it has to do with the North and the South Node, because the North Node is in Leo. So you are a part of destiny right now, Aquarius. And until November, for the next few months, you guys are still going to be the South. I mean, the South Node is about probably 27 degrees, Aquarius. Because something funny about the South Node is that it gets greater degrees, while the North Node gets lesser. So the North Node is about 5 degrees Leo. It could even be 4 degrees now. So that means that the South Node has to get deeper into Aquarius as the North Node gets earlier into Leo. You see what I mean? They move like that. So hopefully you guys understand that. So we've got, you know, we're closing in on this Aquarius energy. It's so that we can move to Capricorn. But we're moving to Cancer energy, not Gemini energy. So the North Node is going to move into Cancer in November, and the South Node is going to move into Capricorn. So the South Node moves forward. The North Node moves backwards. So there's definitely some karmic. I'm going to do a whole video. Since it's Leo season, I'm going to do a whole video on North and South Node shit. Past life, the past, the future. But this star here, it's definitely calling out to me about your destiny, Aquarius. It's calling out to me about the past. Like your card already talked about the past and the future, because we have the water bearer, which is what you are, right? And we've got the past and the future. You know, Aquarius is always in between the past and the future. You know, you guys are always watering. This woman is watering the ground and the water. Now we see how the past and the future merge together. Even though we're pouring from different opposite ends of the spectrum, the past eventually becomes the future. The future eventually becomes the past. So there's like some kind of intertwining going on right now between Leo and Aquarius, between the past and the future, between light and dark, between masculine and feminine. All these polar opposites, we're kind of merging right now. So definitely some grounded emotion. There's something here about that. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, Aquarius. So in between the spiritual and in the physical, reality and fantasy. But there's something here about your destiny, and the main message here is that Aquarius has so much to do with destiny right now, especially towards the end of July when we have this eclipse conjunct the South Node. Like Aquarius, I know you're a humble alien, but I just want you to know that your consciousness right now is playing a major key factor in the collective. You know, it's playing a major key factor in destiny and in our purpose, in our karma. Like the North and South Node belong to the moon. And so it's really interesting that we're going to have a full moon, in the South Node of the moon right now is in Aquarius. So this is going to be extremely awakening. Like I'm not even sure if the collective is ready. Like I'm not even ready to post about this eclipse yet. I don't even know what to channel. Like it's just very interesting energy, Aquarius. But you're my 12th house, and I'm definitely going to, I think I've been learning about this in my subconscious dreams. Like I think I've been really dreaming on a quantum level lately, with Mars there and stuff like that. I've been having a lot of weird dreams. So, you know, Aquarius, I just think that the things that you guys are doing right now for the universe are being seen. So that's what I'm picking up from this star card here. And you know, this is a card that comes up for faith and inspiration and hope and renewal. So there's definitely something here, and this is a wish card too. So all of these things that I'm channeling right now could potentially be things that are coming up in July for you. You know, you could have felt very vulnerable in July, because we don't want to ignore that naked woman. You know, when I see people that are naked in tarot, it definitely tells me that there's some vulnerability. You know, there's someone showing who they are entirely. So this eclipse may show who you are entirely, Aquarius. It may awaken you to certain duties that you have right now as the South Node. You know, there's a lot of cleansing that you're doing about the past. This is the past and the future, Leo, Aquarius. You showed up for the Leo video, so you guys might want to watch the Leo video. But other than that, guys, I just feel like all these stars are trying to tell you that there's something cosmic. There's a cosmic challenge going on right now, you know, because I see this mountain and I see all these stars, but, you know, you are a part of the North Star right now, Aquarius. Like, your destiny and a Leo's destiny is a symbol for all of our destiny. We are learning from Aquarius energy. We've been learning from Aquarius energy since last year. And we're learning from Leo energy as well. You know, we have to master Aquarius before we can become Leo. You know, before we can be ego, before we can rule from the heart, before we can be a child. You know, we have to be a collective. We have to understand the whole before we understand the one. So that's what Leo and Aquarius mean together. You know, we have the children. Leo is a child. Aquarius is the parent. Leo is ruled by the heart. Aquarius rules the collective. Aquarius rules the mind. You know, so it's like I have Venus in Aquarius, Mars and Mercury, or Mars and Leo. So my Mars and Venus are definitely in love with each other. Like Mars, Leo, Venus, Aquarius, feminine, masculine, opposing energy. So very interesting there, but I just see something about following the stars, following your heart, listening to your own guidance, having faith in your own destiny, keeping hope alive. So this could have been in July, guys. But as long as you're ready, I'm ready to see what's right behind you, Aquarius. I'm definitely interested. Okay, so we have a significant Taurus showing up for your reading. So if you're an Aquarius watching, as we reflect on July, as you're reflecting on this video right now, this is your current energy. So we definitely have a Taurus and we have an Aries. So Taurus and Aries are showing up right specifically for your reading. Now, for those of you who aren't dealing with a Taurus, this is the High Priest. So this is a card for marriage sometimes, or commitment, or a relationship, taking your relationship to the next level. Also has to do with your values and your beliefs, because Taurus rules values and beliefs and worth and maybe your resources. But this to me is seeming like a committed energy. This is a fixed earth sign, so it's more of a stable energy. But, you know, I want you to pay attention to your second house and your birth chart, and I want you to take note of any Taurus energy that was around you in July. Now, we've got some major arcana here, Aquarius. We have an emperor now. So this is an Aries. So the first house and the second house is showing up for you, Aquarius. So there's a message here about your own value, your own worth, your own resources, and who you are as an empowered individual. So we've got Aries and Taurus, which is interesting, the High Priest and the Emperor. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, this is about your family. This is about earth energy. This is about your career. So July, you probably did a lot of working, okay? Especially because we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. Some of you guys are just really working hard. Like this Emperor in July, you know, Aquarius was probably just really grounding themselves in their own, like you were becoming more empowered at work, or you have more authority at work. This could be a promotion for some of you. Your boss is coming up here, so I'm not sure if you have what your boss is, like the sign of your boss, but the Emperor can sometimes come up as a boss, someone who has authority over your finances, or someone who has authority over you and your home. And like, there's someone here with authority. There's a group of you that are going to resonate with this, especially if you have Aries energy and if you have Taurus energy. Like if you have a Taurus rising, or Aries moon, then your energy is coming up here for Aquarius. So just keep in mind that Aries and Taurus are right up in your energy for July. Like they were major players for you in July. So what you were committed to, your beliefs, your own power, who you are as a person. Like, I see a lot of different messages here. I definitely see work for some of you guys, or others of you, the Ten of Pentacles could mean your home environment, your family, and you just trying to, you know, keep everything good at home. Everyone, you need money, you know, for food and stuff like that. So this is like bills and stuff like that in your home. And there's some kind of like authority figure attached to that. Like this is you gaining authority over your money, you gaining authority and commitment in your at your work. But this is also, this emperor could be a person that something's completing with. Like I do see some sort of career completion going on for you, Aquarius, in July. Like there could be an increase in money, or you could just be getting promoted. Like maybe there's a stronger sense of responsibility at your job because something slight has changed. So longer hours, or maybe you're working on your own now when usually you're not used to running your establishment alone. But I'm just seeing a lot of empowerment here. I don't know if there's a significant Aries Taurus duo that you know of, Aquarius. Like there's literally an Aquarius, a Taurus, and an Aries, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like some of you guys might even have an Aries and a Taurus in your family, because the Ten of Pentacles talks about family and ancestors and things like that, and completions, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is going to go a lot of different ways. For those of you who are an Aquarius who has a Taurus and an Aries in your family, there's something here that you were trying to work really hard on it for July. You know, there's some kind of completion going on here career-wise. I think some of you guys are moving up. You know, you guys are moving up. Now, there's some kind of tradition here, some kind of commitment here. So there could be a commitment of authority that happens in the career, because this is commitment, this is authority, this is career, money, finances, values. Now, I'm not really sure about this energy here. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So some of you guys might be hanging on to I don't know, some kind of truth or something that came out. But we have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Cups. So I want you guys to be very careful about any kind of new emotional offers that are being stolen from you, because the Seven of Swords talks about betrayal, lying, cheating, stealing, and the Ace of Cups is like new love. So some of you guys are healing from a past time of betrayal. Some of you guys were betrayed, cheated on, lied to, stolen from, and then you're like walking towards this Ace of Cups. So I don't know if this is your energy, Aquarius, or if this is someone else's energy, but we've got a new love here attached somehow to the Seven of Pentacles. I don't know why I keep saying Pentacles for you. Definitely the Seven of Swords. So just be careful of anything mental that's being stolen from you. You know, when potentially there's emotion there too. But I see a lot here. I see that some of you guys there's a significant few of you that cheated on someone else, stole from someone else, betrayed someone else, and you're walking towards new emotion. Like you're healed. Whether you did the betraying or you did the stealing, Aquarius, the Ace of Cups is here to tell you that there's new opportunities here to heal this Seven of Swords. A lot of us are healing from past betrayal. This is a lot of emotion here. So some of you guys could just be going through a great deal of emotion after being broken up with, stolen from, cheated on, lied to. You know, this is someone who's stealing from an army base. You know, like this guy, he's stealing all these swords. And with the Ace of Cups, it just makes me feel like there's some kind of new emotional offer that's being stolen from Aquarius mentally, because you guys are air signs. So you like to process things mentally. So with that being said, I feel like sometimes you might not be the best at knowing when something's being taken from you emotionally, because there's some kind of new love that's getting stolen from you, or maybe there's a new person in your life in July that betrayed you very quickly, or they stole something from you at a love level, at a heart level. For others of you, you are healing this energy. You know, you're walking away from this mentally manipulative energy and walking right into some sort of new healing environment. You know, this is new emotion, but others of you really did get stolen from at an emotional level. And some of you guys are hanging on to a new, be careful of those of you who are in new relationships, because I don't like the fact that there's the Seven of Swords showing up here, because they could potentially betray you, or, you know, lie to you, or steal from you, or there's some sort of a hidden agenda. Okay, this is what comes up for this card here. This card means hidden agenda. But it's okay, Aquarius, because this guy, he's being watched for what he's doing. All right, and he's definitely going to pay for this. Like, karma's a motherfucker, right? But just be careful of hidden agendas with new people coming into your life. Like, I don't want to, like, scare you guys, but if you have a hunch about someone new coming into your life, if you have a hunch, because you guys are really alienish, right? Like, you're able to feel vibrations and stuff. So if you feel like this person is not to be trusted, then you might not want to invest in them emotionally, right? Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius you're dealing with, because we've got water and air. So there's some sort of emotional clarity that was stolen from you in July as well, Aquarius, which is kind of tough because Cancer is all about emotion, but none of us really got the emotional clarity that we were intending on getting in Cancer season. We just got drowned in. But I do see a message here about someone who betrayed you. Some of you are going to resonate with this. Someone lied to you, betrayed you, cheated on you, Aquarius, and there's like some sort of new opportunity with that person or with a new person. Either way it goes, you're going to be healing from betrayal, healing from lies and cheating energy, okay, sneaky energy. But we do have the Seven of Swords as your overall energy, so be careful not to let anyone steal any of this stuff from you, because that's what's going on, is we have a cheating, stealing, betraying energy. So don't let anyone betray you, Aquarius. Don't let anyone steal your wishes and your dreams, and don't let anyone steal hope from you or steal inspiration from you. Don't let anyone steal your values or your commitments away, or something traditional. Don't let anyone steal your power away, because now all these cards are on the table because of the Seven of Swords. So I want you to be very careful in the career that no one's like stealing from you. Could be, there's a lot of different ways we get stolen from, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful of any sneaky behavior from a Taurus or an Aries, or in your career, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now it's really interesting that we have earth, fire, air, but we don't have any water. And we don't necessarily have any fire either, unless you count the Aries, because we don't have any wands, we don't have any cups, but we do have swords and pentacles. So there's a message here about water and fire, which is literally July. July was cardinal water and fixed fire, Cancer and Leo. So there's something here about expressing your emotions, Cancer. I don't know why I just said Cancer. I'm so sorry, Aquarius. Could be with Cancer. I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. But there could be something here about emotionally expressing yourself, expressing your emotions, Aquarius. Maybe that's what's being stolen from you. Your emotions, your expression, the fire, the water. But really, if you think of Aries as fire, earth, air, then what you're really missing is water, but you are the water bearer. So there could have been times in July where you had to bear your own water. The water bearer comes with water, but they're always pouring it out for another person. So you could have been pouring your heart out or pouring your emotions out to a certain person in July. So what that's saying, Aquarius, is in July you had to supply your own emotion. You had to use it from the Cancer season, because there's not any emotion here on the table for you. So I'm not sure if that means that there's misplaced emotion, or that you didn't really know how you felt, but how you feel is not showing up in your reading right now. Your career, earth signs, money, value is, your authority, your commitments, your thoughts are showing up here. So mentally, you probably feel a little bit stolen from for some reason, Aquarius. Earth-wise, there's some kind of completion. Let's not forget that this is the 10. So there is a Capricorn showing up here for you, Aquarius, so Saturn. But this is the 10 of Earth. So there's some kind of completion going on in the family life. There's some kind of completion going on in the home life or at your job. I'm telling you, some of you are going to be moving up. It's like you have too much authority. You're too committed and empowered at your job. So there's something here about, moving on up, or like just going on a completion. Like the next card from the 10 of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys are about to start a new career journey of authority. Like you're gonna be in a much more higher authority in your job. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ace of Pentacles showed up for Aquarius in August, because the next card is the Ace of Pentacles. So the universe is going to gift you something new after this completion. July was all about completing something financially, completing something in the family life. I mean, I definitely see this guy here with a white beard. So I don't know if there's anybody in your life that has this white beard here. You see him sitting down right there? Well, then we have this guy with a white beard. So I'm just seeing stuff, and some of you guys are getting married to an Aries. Some of you guys are committing to an Aries. some of you guys, there's something here about traditional authority. Now, your father is showing up here. I'm not sure if any of you guys are going through anything with a father figure, the father of your children, grandfathers, just anyone in authority. This is the father of the tarot deck. So it's interesting here that we have the high priest and the father. So that definitely kind of seems like a marriage to me. Because anytime there's a priest and a father in the same room, well, there's a wedding, right? Because the priest is there to marry the two, and you know, then the father walks down the aisle. So some of you guys are literally like, there's some kind of commitment here. But just be careful not to allow anything on the table to be stolen from you, Aquarius. Not your dreams, or, you know, what you're committing to, or your authority, your power, your money, anything like that. Be very, very careful of people like the Seven of Swords, okay? Because there's the Ace of Cups. So, you know, we already talked about that a little bit. Because there is some spying going on here. There's someone who's hanging on to you, Aquarius, that wants a new start with you, even though they betrayed you, even though they lied to you. I don't think Aquarius is the Seven of Swords. I think the Seven of Swords stole something from Aquarius, which is why it's an air energy. It's the Seven of Air. So it might even have to do with, like, July is the seventh month. So there might have been some energy there in July where you felt like July was a month of like hidden agenda. Like maybe you just felt like people around you. This could be you doing this to yourself. It could be this you doing this mentally to yourself. But in a nutshell, I just see that, you know, there's something here about Aquarius, like there's some kind of wish or some kind of like part of your destiny, you know, that you're going to have to get committed though. There's something coming in here about you being more committed and more traditional about the power. Like you're trying to rule in a more traditional way. You're trying to commit in a more empowered way. You know, this is all about you. But I did see a message here about your job and career, you know, authority, masculinity energies. But there's some kind of completion going on with an Aries. Some kind of completion going on with you or your father or a Taurus. So definitely Aquarius, Taurus, Aries. So, you know, just stay inspired, Aquarius, even though there could be energies like this around. Ground yourself, stay committed, stay empowered, and then, you know, get ready for this completion. This is going to be a very real, physical, logical completion. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So that, hopefully that resonated with some of you. That is the energy that you're feeling in July. That was the energy that some of you are going to be feeling as you watch this. But now I'm going to grab those 4 cards. It's going to tell me a lot more about how you entered July, how you went through July, and how we're leaving July. Okay, so we're going to get 4 cards. Spirit, this is for Aquarius. Whoa. This is, I don't know why, High Priestess of Fire, differences in growth. So some of you guys are dealing with the differences of fire signs, right? There could be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo that's very different from you that you're trying to heal from. Letting go. There's a message here about letting go. So you guys might even got some kind of message about letting go, but those cards came out kind of sloppy. So I'm just going to focus my energy. First card out is love, Aquarius. Love, 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 love. So you enter July, you know, with your heart in your hand. You know, a lot of feelings, a lot of love. You're getting ready for that 7th house energy. But there's a completion in love because we have the number 10 there. So I don't know if July 10th was important for some of you, Aquarius, but July 10th is coming up, the number 10 up there, which also means like a completion, a new beginning. Now, the reason why love is on the table, the underlying energy is chaos. And this is the number 9. So we literally have 9 and 10 telling me that these cards go together. So Aquarius entered July with some sort of chaos in their love life, or chaos at a heart level, you know, maybe something spiraling out of control. It could have been with a Sagittarius, could be with a Capricorn, could be with any sign. But what it's really telling me is that Aquarius is meant to learn from the chaos, from the disaster. This is the Tower card. So if there's anything that fell apart at a heart level or in your relationships at the beginning of July, you were meant to learn from it, because we've got the 9 here. The 9th house is all about higher education and learning. So you're meant to basically learn from the chaos in the completions of your relationship. So if certain things ended or began in a chaotic way, you were meant to learn from it, from the completions of your heart. So, you know, you definitely entered July with love on the brain, or with love in your heart, or maybe, you know, you're trying new relationships, you're trying things like that, but love is coming up here. So definitely relationships, feelings, your heart chakra. This card talks all about, you know, offering your heart to someone new, even if it's broken. So some of you guys could have definitely had a broken heart. I mean, chaotic love definitely symbolizes breakups and heartbreak, betrayal, stuff like that. You guys are dealing with chaos at a heart level, you know, when it comes to love. So let's see how the second week of July was for Aquarius, the fixed air sign for 2018, July 2018 for Aquarius. What was the second week like for Aquarius? What is the message there for the second week of July 2018 for Aquarius? Aquarius, July 2018, the second card, please. Now, might be where you had to be patient about something, Aquarius. As soon as I said that, the card came out. So we have the Warrior. So I'm already seeing here that there was something that you were, you know, there was strength that you needed at a heart level. Some of you guys were battling, you know, in your relationships, in love. Like there was the Warrior of love is showing up here. Or there might be a specific warrior that you love, but I see the Warrior of love. And the Warrior is on the table because of the High Priestess of Fire. So we do have a significant Leo showing up here, Sagittarius or Aries. I say Leo because this is the High Priestess of Fire, and we have that number 5 right there. 5th house is Leo. So there could have been a fire sign that some of you guys were at war with, an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Or there was just a very strong fire sign in your life that you had a lot of feelings for. I do see the Warrior a little bit like battles, a little bit like fighting, but it just reminds you of your strength. So this was your passion, your strength to be creative. If you weren't dealing with a fire sign, you were just kind of trying to follow your heart, you know, at the beginning of July. So let's see the third week of July. We're getting closer to the present moment here. So these last two cards are going to be the second half of July. That's what we're kind of ending right now. So let's get the third card for July 2018. Okay, so both of your cards just came out. We have the Fledgling and a Reminder. So these cards just came out. I'm going to go with it here. And the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess of Spirit. Okay, so this talks about, you know, spirit always being around you. You know, there might be the spirit of certain relationships that are around you in July, you know, even if they weren't physically present. So we might do some reading from the book with this, just in case there's any special messages coming out. But I read the High Priestess of Spirit for a different sign yesterday, and I just remember it talking a lot about, you know, I'm drawing a blank, so we're gonna read that spirit card. I just know that there's 5 different spirits in the deck. There's the High Priestess of Earth, the High Priestess of Water, the High Priestess of Air. We did have the High Priestess of Fire show up. So there's like a passionate spirit that was kind of around you or close by in July, Aquarius. So let's start validating some of these energies, and then we'll talk about it as a whole. So let's get a card for love. Now remember, we had that Ace of Cups, so there was probably a new love that entered your life, Aquarius. And I know that's very true for some of you. I know there's certain Aquariuses in my life that had a new love offer in July. And as I'm talking about a new love offer, we have the new love card coming out. We have the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, this might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just anybody who is coming in to offer you some love. And this is coming up for the love card. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So we've definitely got Pisces and Virgo here. These cards came out for me the other night. So this is literally the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So there could be a Pisces Virgo situation going on. But also this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Like these are 2 of the slowest moving knights. Like you could have had love with a water sign or an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is very Pisces Virgo, if you ask me. Now this could have been an offer of love with emotion, or an offer of love in a more realistic way. But you know, you are being asked to stay patient as well, because the Knight of Pentacles asks you to stay patient. So there's something here at the beginning of the month that you needed to stay patient for. It could have had to do with the Pisces. It could have had to do with any water sign, any earth sign, any sign really. You know, this is like staying patient for a love offer to be made. And we have the Justice card. So this is the Libra. So some of you guys have a very slow love offer coming in from a Libra energy. This is another air sign. If it's not a Libra, then this is like something to do with the court system or judges or karma. Like this could be very karmic relationship. Like someone could be coming to offer you some karma, but I just see that love is definitely on the move for Aquarius, especially because at the bottom of the deck for these 3 cards, we have the Page of Cups. So I'm actually going to go with these cards, Aquarius. I thought that maybe that was a message for someone else. But there's like a new love that came in. You were very confused about this person who left you out in the cold, you know what I mean? But this is definitely a Pisces showing up for some of you, Aquarius. Libra, or an earth sign. But this could also be any sign, right? But you were very confused about being left out in the cold because this is the bottom of the energy. So the reason why the Knight of Pentacles is here, the Knight of Cups and Justice, is because of the Page of Pentacles. So there was some sort of message that you got at the beginning, because every page is a message, right? And it's interesting how there's earth and water in this picture. Like you were just trying to stay grounded, but there was obviously some emotion going on in the background. This is a conversation between you and a Pisces, or you and another person, but it's very emotional. Sometimes this is the fertility card. Some of you guys might have received messages about pregnancy. But either way, the reason why you entered July with love in your hands, with your heart in your hand, is because of, you know, karma, things balancing out between earth and water. You know, it could be a Libra for some of you. Like for some of you, that you definitely have a Libra, but this could also be talks of marriage, because the Justice card is about marriage too. I'm telling you though, Aquarius got some sort of message or some sort of expression of love, or emotion. Like this is an emotional conversation that took place at the beginning of July. And it could have been with another water sign, or with a earth sign, or a Libra, or any sign. But they definitely had some emotional information for you. That's why this guy's talking to a fish. So yeah, and you felt like this love offer came in to balance your heart. You know, like it definitely balanced you. This was a relationship. Some of you guys could have, you know, went to the next level with it, got married, but this was slow. So even though it came in at the beginning of the month, you know, you might have been asked to wait for a new beginning here at the end of the month. So you went into July with balance between your emotions and your foundation, and there was love on the table here. So let's see about this warrior though. And the warrior is about the 5 of Cups. Okay, so that warrior is on the table because there was an emotional battle that you were fighting, Aquarius. And I feel like it did have to do with a fire sign or a water sign, because we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this might have had to do with an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Excuse me. Or this was just you know, fighting passionately about this. Remember, when this card came out, it had the High Priestess of Fire. So I felt like you guys had a strong fire sign influence in your life towards the second week of July. And now we have another strong fire sign energy. So this warrior, you know, this guy, he's dressed in, he's in a knight in shining armor. So you guys might have had some kind of fire sign come to your rescue, like the Leo. I see Leo strongly, Aries and Sagittarius as well. But the warrior is here because of the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups is here because of the Knight of Wands. So this is a card of depression. You know, you guys are definitely fighting some depression at the second week of July. You know, there could have been a situation that you were really focused on. Now, I didn't see this like this before, but this man is crying over 3 spilt cups. So when I see a 3 in tarot like that, it makes me think of third-party situations. Like, you guys could have been fighting. There could have been a third party involved. I do see an earth sign, a water sign, and an air sign. An earth sign, a water sign, and a Libra. So there could have been a third party situation going on with a water sign and an earth sign. And the karma could have came in to balance that out, and you know, it kind of stopped that third party. So there was like some kind of, and then there was a fire sign in the mix here too. So there was an earth sign, a water sign. There's all the elements here: fire, air, water, earth. But I feel like this depression that you felt, this third party had to do with a fire sign. I feel like the Libra card is here for, yes, some of you were dealing with a Libra, but there was just justice that came in here with a new love offer that was grounded. You know, you have two knights here, and now you have the Knight of Wands. So you literally have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. The only thing you're missing is the Knight of Swords. So there could be something here about a missing Gemini, or, you know, missing clarity. But I mean, it's really important that you have basically all the knights instead of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of... So you guys could be getting offers from a lot of different people, or there's just too many people involved in this warrior energy. You know, this is about fighting. When you know, and we do have the 2 here. You know what I mean? So to me, this is talking about the strength between two people, and it's interesting that I just noticed that there's 2 cups behind this man here, but he's not paying attention to those 2 cups. He's sad about this situation here. He is sad. This man is looking this way at the Libra, the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So some of you, it's a Capricorn, Cancer, Libra duo. Like, you're going to have to follow your own intuition. But there was a love triangle, okay? There was some kind of love triangle that karma came in and destroyed. Like, this is a love triangle that got knocked over. And if it's not a love triangle, then it was, you know, maybe some of you have a water sign child and an earth sign father or mother. You know, I don't want you to get hung up on the third parties, like, oh, this person's cheating on me. Well, there was some cheating going on. Remember, you're reading Aquarius, you had the 7 of Swords. So some of you are going to really resonate with, you know, being cheated on and lied to and stolen from. But others of you, the third party is just you, another person in work, you, another person in a child, you, another person in emotion. Just keep in mind that these 3 cups could symbolize any 3 key factors. Now, for some of you, it really is 3 people. You know, there was something here about fighting for the 2, because there's 2 cups behind this guy, and he's so depressed about what happened, what he lost, what is over. There was a heartbreak, you know, there was a betrayal, there was emotion that was just wasted, it seemed. Could be a very sad water sign in your life, Aquarius, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But we have the warrior here, which is 2. So it's about you gaining your own strength even when you're sad at the 2nd week of July. But I also see something here about fighting for a reconciliation. Like, you know, even though you weren't really sure if things could turn around, you were so focused on what ended and what didn't work out, that you're so depressed that you don't realize that there is an opportunity for a relationship right behind you. So somebody in the scenario is fighting for 2 people. They were fighting for 2 people, and then, you know, they're ready to fight because there's like the Knight of Wands. This guy charges forward and he's ready. So definitely interesting, and it is a fire sign for some of you, because I see that there's the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, but also the Moon with the Ace of Wands. So you know what? Some of you guys at the 2nd week of July, there was some sort of new beginning at a soul level with a soulmate, or a new beginning with a Pisces. We have Pisces and Cancer shown up here, but this is Pisces. There's a passionate Pisces that had you really, some of you, this is not going to apply to all of you, but some of you, there's a passionate Pisces that you really wanted to start over with again, because there was some sadness. Now, this could also be secrets that made you sad. It's going to be different for all of you guys, right? Because there was a missed opportunity in love here. Some of you guys missed an opportunity with a water sign or with your emotion. This is you sparking at a soul level. But I also see that there's a group of you that were definitely sad about something that ended with a Pisces that you want to start again. But this is like maybe a fire sign in a Pisces, because, I mean, we have the Knight of Wands charging towards the Page of Wands. So there's like some messages here that came in. You know, like this knight is charging forward to this message of fire. Like there was a very passionate message that the 5 of Cups got, you know. And then to make it even more interesting, here's the Ace of Wands. So we have a new beginning here with an Aries. We have a new beginning here. A risk that someone takes, you know, but I don't know if something sparks with a Pisces at the 2nd week of August, or I don't know why I keep saying motherfucking August, but July, Jesus Christ, god damn. Something sparks at a soul level. Maybe some secrets come out or something, but this has everything to do with that 5 of Cups. So for some of you, it has to do with your soul For others of you, it has to do with the Pisces. It might have to do with the moon. This is around the time of that Cancer eclipse. So the Cancer eclipse could have really sparked something new in your life. It could have really did some work here with the passion and the creativity, and maybe you started expressing yourself, Aquarius. But this is a very quick moving fire sign for some of you, that at the second week of the month, you guys kind of had a passionate, secretive start. Now, this could have been someone you snuck off with or something, because the moon could definitely mean secrets. And, okay, we have the fledgling with the Three of Wands. Now, this did come upside down, so I'm going to put it sideways. Now, the fledgling card is the number 1 card. This is the card that comes up for new beginnings, okay? This is the card that comes up for... It's the number 1. It's like the Fool card. So it's a new beginning, and it's a new passionate one. Like this sets you on fire inside. It might be Leo season, because the 3rd week of the month is kind of shared with Leo season. And we do have a 3 here. And we have a lot of 3s. 3 cards here, 3 cups knocked over, 3 of Wands. So some of y'all Aquariuses really are dealing with a 3rd factor in your relationship, when really it should just be the 2 of you. This is 2 people fighting, but there's too much outside influence emotionally. So the reason why the 3 of Wands came out for this new beginning is because of the Death card. So the 3rd week of July looks very transforming. It might have to do with a certain Scorpio energy, Scorpio Aquarius going on here. Underneath the Scorpio, we have the Temperance card though. So there's a lot here to do with balance. There might be some kind of transformation that you're being asked to stay patient for. But, you know, you might be waiting for certain ships to come in, because we do have ships coming in here underneath there at the Death card. And then there's some ships here. So there's some distant ships going on with this new beginning, Aquarius. So by the 3rd week, you guys are just literally preparing for what's about to come. You know, you made a decision. The 2 of Wands comes before the 3 of Wands. So you made a decision. And this was a very important decision that you made. You probably chose to broaden your horizon. So this is you looking towards the future. And there's a new beginning that you're kind of waiting on, right? The fledgling is, this guy is waiting, this Aquarius is waiting on the spark of a new beginning, because it's going to transform this Aquarius's life. This is a death and a rebirth. So you're just waiting. The 3rd week of July looks like waiting. Could have to do with a Sagittarius, could have to do with a Scorpio. So let's see what this reminder is here. What is it that you don't need to forget? There's something about July that Spirit wants you to remember. There's a reminder here. There's a reminder here about a completion, because we start the month with a 10, and we end the month with 28, which is 8 plus 2 is 10. So either way, Aquarius, you started the month with a completion, and you're definitely ending the month. And then I just stopped shuffling at the 10 of Wands. So it's like, don't forget your hard work. Don't forget your burdens. Don't forget what burdened you in July. Wow, that is what wanted to come out. 10 of Wands. And I had just got a glimpse of that at first, but then it sure enough was the card that wanted to come out. So there's something here about not forgetting your hard work. Don't forget the people, places, and things that burdened you in July. Don't forget to remember how hard you worked, and you know how burdening this was, especially here, because when we're at a moment like this, we look back at everything. You know, this is you reflecting. So before you start this new journey, you're going to need to remember how burdening your past was. Now, the reason the 10 of Wands is out here is because of the 4 of Wands. So this is some sort of celebration. This is some sort of marriage or relationship. This is your home life, and this is the world, okay? So there's something coming to completion for you, Aquarius. What's behind the world? The Chariot. So Cancer season was all about cycles, ending of karma. This is a Saturn card. So Cancer season was very karmic for you. There could be a Cancer that's something completed with, if you're Aquarius dating a Cancer. But either way, I see that there's some sort of completion going on here in a relationship. Now, whether that's good or bad, you know, but what I see here for sure is the High Priestess of Spirit and the 4 of Wands. So there's some kind of spiritual union going on here. I want to see what's behind the Cancer card, the Sun. So there's some kind of victory and happiness coming in very quickly for you in July and going into August, you know, and some kind of celebration. You know, you're really happy that there's something that's over in your life. Now, it might be with another person, but here you are naked again, vulnerable, you know, celebrating though. These are 2 celebrating cards. So there's much to celebrate at the end of July. I mean, you literally have 3 cards in your reading. Well, this right here, the note that you're ending on, Aquarius, is very happy. Victory, happiness, love, completions. So very victorious and happy. Celebrating. We have these reefs. You guys are celebrating the fact that you're finally happy, that you're victorious over something. And the underlying energy for your reading is the High Priestess of Spirit and Beauty. There's a beautiful High Priestess of Spirit around you, Aquarius, and this is the number 7. So we have 2 cards here that have hints of spiritual relationships, soulmates, twin flames, you know. Very beautiful celebrations going on as we go through July. You know, so just to kind of summarize, Aquarius, I definitely see that there was some battles that you were fighting at a heart level, because we had the Warrior and the Love card. And this was definitely, you know, it had something to do with a completion, you know. There was something, you started the month with a new beginning and an ending. Like, you needed to end something at a heart level. This could be breakups for some of you. You know, this could be a divorce, because justice is like a divorce. So there could be an earth sign and a water sign that's getting a divorce. Some of you are divorcing water signs, or you're divorcing earth signs, but you're gonna have to stay patient for this karma. You know what I mean? At the beginning of the month, you could have definitely felt like divorce. Like the Justice card talks about divorce. There's a Pisces here in divorce for some of you. So there's some kind of you've completed this love cycle with this Pisces or this Virgo or this earth sign, water sign. Somebody's getting divorced. And that might be why there's some sadness and depression with this water sign that you're fighting with. You guys are fighting. There's a third party for some of you. Something ended. And this is also just your strength, Aquarius. You know, you need to remember your strength in these moments when you're feeling depressed about the past. Because behind you, or rather in front of you, because this man he's not facing right forward. So these 2 cups are right in front of him. So there's like a strong union, obviously, that Aquarius, but I feel like you have to end something with someone you're with a Pisces or something, and then you can kind of move forward. You know, it's no mistake that you kind of get your passion back. You turn those 3 cups into 3 wands, and you make a decision, because this is a decision that you had to make at the 2nd week of July, and it's a decision to start completely new, Aquarius. You've been thinking about starting completely new for a very long time, haven't you? A very long time. And this is you waiting for these ships to come in. You know, you're very focused on this new beginning. You're thinking, you're reflecting intuitively about what you've been through emotionally. And so there's something here that you end the note on about not forgetting. Don't forget your hard work. Don't forget this burden. Don't forget the completions and new beginnings that you've definitely been through in July. You know, there's a reminder here of your hard work. There's a reminder here of all the stress that you've been through. You know, this looks like one hell of a reading. And so I'm just looking here, you know, don't forget, there's a reminder here to start completely new. Couple fire energies at the end of the month. So there's some passion that comes back at the end of the month. The beginning of the month looked very karmic. It looked kind of emotionally draining. You were kind of depressed. So you or someone else in your life, like you could have been fighting depression, because the Warrior talks all about, you know. So let's look at some of these cards. We have a few more minutes here. So the Warrior is the card 30. So if the number 30 matters to you, then it's coming up. I feel the need to read this Warrior card to you. Now remember, the 5 of Cups is here as well, but I'm going to show you the Warrior. So, my beloved child, when the Warrior appears to you in such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you in your life, you are truly protected. Whatever you are experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on, for I will send you someone with a true warrior spirit instead. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. So I'm seeing already, Aquarius, that it talked about love, you know, and this definitely has to do with love, because the first card was love. So, you know, some of you are dealing with people who don't have that warrior spirit, you know, like they don't fight for you. What did it say? It said, if your question is regarding love, then this card represents someone who's deeply committed and protected and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred. These qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on. It looks like this person didn't have the qualities of friendship, commitment, protective. You know what I mean? They weren't committed to you. They weren't protecting you. They weren't kind to you. So the friendship and the love was lost. I'm just going to go ahead and say that that happened to most of you, because we have the Five of Cups. There's some sort of sadness, some kind of ending that took place because of the Warrior, you know. So, you know, there was a friendship that ended here, or there was a relationship that ended here because they didn't have those qualities. So you moved on, you know, and maybe someone was sent to you with that warrior spirit instead. You know, remember, life is about learning who is true and who is not. So this person might not have been true to you. You might be getting a divorce because of this. You know, and you want to ask yourself, Aquarius, if you have those qualities of friendship and commitment, you know, but somebody learned something. You know, the third party would basically say that they weren't committed, or you weren't committed. There's something going on there with that, guys. So you offered your heart to someone new. Someone new came into your life in July, and they might have took you away from a person that wasn't really being what you wanted them to be. Okay, so I wanted to read that card for you guys, the Warrior. I got a little bit of clarity from that. So yeah, guys, I mean, this talks about commitment too. You know, there's a reminder here about commitment. You know, Aquarius, you need someone who's committed to you, someone who's willing to carry some of that weight as well. I'm telling you though, there's something you're waiting on, something you've worked very hard on. There's a new beginning here that you're being told to remember. Don't forget the new beginning. You know, and as far as the first half of the month, there was just, all of you were going through something on a collective level that had to do with, you know, this might not have to do with love for all of you. This might be your own strength, you know, your own commitment. Because that's coming up here too. Don't forget your strength. Don't forget the Warrior. You guys have Mars in your sign, the god of war, and you guys have the Warrior coming up here. And maybe the second week of, I think the second week of July is when Mars went retrograde. So there was a lot of emotion from the past that came up. A lot of sadness around this fighting, you know, and I know it had to do with 2 people versus 3 people. You know, the people versus, that sounds like some kind of judge stuff. The people versus the court or whatever. So I don't know, Aquarius. I really want you guys to follow your own intuition this month. You know, I'm reaching the end of my day here, and I've got some videos to record, so I'm going to leave it here. If you guys have any questions about your reading, please feel free to comment below. And, you know, if you have any questions, you can email me if you want it to be a little bit more private. I wanted to let you guys know that I am doing personal readings now. So if you want to look at this reading in a more personal way, because this is general, all Aquariuses are going through this in some way or another. Spiritual unions, spiritual celebrations with relationships, soulmates. And I know July wasn't very easy for all of us, but we made it through. It's Leo season now. So this is when Leo season comes in. You guys start working real hard, and you start looking towards the future of new beginnings and passion, okay? And you remember your hard work all the way up till here. This is the eclipse energy. So don't forget about this completion. Don't forget about the endings and beginnings here of love and finances and career. And, you know, we've got water, we've got earth, we've got water, we've got fire. So we're missing air here. We're missing air unless you count the Libra. All right? So you need to take action mentally. You need to start talking about what you want to do, Aquarius. Start talking about what you want to do. Don't forget what you want to do, okay? Because we're missing swords here, so there's some truth missing, unless you count Libra, you know what I'm saying? But I just kind of noticed that there's no air. There's fire, there's water, there's earth, but there's no air, and that's your element. So there's something here about your mind. There's something here about missing communication, missing truth, missing clarity. So, you know, we got the cardinal air sign here, though, to tell me you have to create movement towards your own clarity right now, towards your own actions, okay? So hopefully that resonated with you guys. There's definitely a completion going on here. Lots of completion. The July was a completion month for you guys. So, really, really, really grateful and thankful to be able to talk to you guys. And I can't wait to talk to you in August. I'm going to be back way earlier than the end of the month, though. I'm going to try to get my videos up by like the 10th through the 15th, okay? So I will talk to you guys then. Thank you so much, Aquarius. And, you know, just take note of how this eclipse affects your life. This is happening in your first house tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a beautiful eclipse. I hope July was, in spite of the cards on the table, I hope there was some good in July. You know, there was obviously an opportunity to celebrate and to complete some things, some loose ends. Okay, so we'll talk again in August. Bye.